Hi, boys and girls. So today for our narrative writing piece, just about everybody has finished their rough draft and they have a paper. You should have. I am going to be making quite a bit of notes throughout this week, going through everybody's rough drafts and just giving you some advice or different comments and stuff. But you should have a paragraph for the opening, at least three body paragraphs, and a closing. So to have a total of 5 paragraphs. So that's our goal. But again, we're still in the revising stages, so you can still we're still editing and revising. So you did not yet hand in your final copies. We're not finished revising yet. But today's focus on what I really want you guys to try and make sure good narratives always have a voice. So voice is tough. It's kind of the hardest, I think, thing to for a writer to add in. But I'm going to go over three different ways in which a writer can add voice. So voice is distinct personality. It's the style of writing or a point of view of a writer. So it's like it comes from you. It's your voice. Voice is an author style of writing that makes his or her piece more interesting, and it also makes it personal because it's coming from you. To add voice to your writing, you can include your opinions, your feeling. You can make words and ideas come to life, and you can demonstrate. Those things will demonstrate your personality. So use the ideas below to insert voice into your writing. So these are just 3 different things that you can try, and then you can take these things and put them into your rough draft, into your writing piece. Because our writing pieces are not finished. We're still working on them. We're still editing, revising. We just did one draft, and now we're going through all these other additional slides to get ideas to go back and change. So the first thing that you can do to add voice is somewhere in your story, ask a question. So did I really just lose my grandfather's watch? So it's kind of like the reader is inside your head. So that gives it voice because it's kind of inside of what you're thinking, and it brings out like who you are. Speak directly to the reader. So speak to the reader directly. So here's an example of that that you could also try to do when you're writing. If you're like me, then you're a big fan of birthdays. So it's like you're talking directly to the person who's reading. And that is adding voice because you're explaining something that you really enjoy. And then the last one is humor. This is my favorite kind of voice. Humor makes it funny. So example, the classroom walls were lined with the most high-tech new age technology, the bulletin board. Oh, the bulletin board. I can't read that. I'll read it again. For whatever reason, these slides are really like blurry when I blow them up. It says the classroom walls were lined with the most high-tech new age technology, the bulletin board. So obviously that is sarcasm. They're being funny. Bulletin boards are not high-tech, new age technology. They are really old school, and they had them for a long time ago back in the day. That's just like a board where you stick up people's work. So it's funny. They're being sarcastic, using humor to, and the reader would read that and chuckle, just like I did, like, oh, that's funny. So that's your goal. So these are just 3 different ways that you can practice to add voice. There are many, many, many more, but we're just going to focus on these 3 things. So asking a question, did I really just lose my grandfather's watch? Or just think about different ways or different places where you can add one of these things. Speak to the reader directly or using humor. This page is just for you to try, and then you can pick either one or maybe you like all of them, and then you can find a spot, go back into your writing and find a spot in which you can add them. So maybe you think, you could ask a question and that might fit in your second paragraph somewhere. So you can go back, copy and paste from this slide and put it into your rough draft. we will continue revising for the rest of the week. And then hopefully beginning of next week, we will be able to publish. And then we're going to move into writing poetry. So have fun today with voice. This is a nice quick slide. This is slide 21. In case you are wondering, slide 21 is the only thing we are doing today, revising voice. Okay, have fun.